You try to change someone who just doesn't want to change, it'll end up changing you. A lot of people don't want to admit that the people who we hate the most, the people who we resent the most, influence us the most. Why is that? Okay. I hate people who are, I'm trying to find an example. I hate people who don't who always complain and never take action, right? It annoys me. It really does. So you might say, okay, how does that influence you? Well, I've met people like that. They got into on my nerves, and it created such a strong reaction that I don't do that no more. I don't I don't complain. I just take action. You get what I'm saying? So my dislike for that, those people who I don't like influence me. They do control you. You just don't know it, right? It's like people who hate Trump, right? It's not politics, but I'm just saying. A lot of people will never say they'll vote for some. Like literally, I heard somebody said, if Trump poops his pants, if Biden poops his pants and he can't speak, I'll still vote for Biden over Trump, right? For example, right? And again, I'm not saying to you to, I'm not. This is not political, people, okay? But people hate him so much, and this is actually something that I talk about in my course, A Feminine Woman. How hatred towards someone opens up your mind to concepts you have never accepted. For example, if you're a parent and you want your kid to do his homework and your kid doesn't want to do his homework, for example, but let's just say that kid hates the principal, right? He has so much hatred for the principal that if you say, yeah, you know, the principal wants you to fail, he thinks you're not gonna fail. And let's just say you even have him on record saying that, right? The kid's hatred towards that principal can potentially open up his mind to study harder. Like literally, like I hate you so much that I want to prove you wrong. So your mind opens up to in this scenario. This is actually in my course, The Feminine Woman. I mean, it's gonna be in the masculine man. I'm making a course for men too, similar to this. But it's on the section about how to open up the mind and how to penetrate the mind. And one of the ways is through hatred, honestly, right? And the hatred towards them, or even love opens up your mind to different things from the person who you love. Like it's truly, it's like a spellbinding effect. So their hatred towards them opens up their mind to accept a candidate that could be completely senile and immovable, like a nursing home. And you would have asked, have you 10 years ago, would you do that? They'll be like, no. But their hatred towards them is so much that it changed them. So when you date people like this, people who you have problems with, that you got to change them or that they want to change you, staying too long will change you for the worst. You're not going to be the same afterwards. You might think you are, but you're not going to be the same. It's like people who stay with people who cheat. And they cheated on you, but now you want to check their phones all the time because, you know, if you want to be with me, I got to look at your phone. I got to make sure you're not cheating on me, right? Okay, that sounds reasonable. But the problem is that if the next relationship you're going to be in, you got used to that, checking people's phones so much that the next person that you meet, you're going to want to check their phone. And that is a toxic part. That is a part that a lot of people just don't understand, that you just cannot do that. You just can't do that. But a lot of people do that. You know, a lot of people are get comfortable with the power you give them by you trying to change. Some situations just have no solutions. You know, some people just will never change. The only solution for some of these unresolvable problems is walking away in silence. Not declaring, not looking back and saying that you're leaving, but walking away. They'll get the message. As soon as you do that, the way they saw you changed fundamentally. They were like, "Oh fuck, I thought they would never do that." You know, it's best to accept people as they are. Realize that there's other people in this universe. They're not the last person you're gonna meet who you're gonna have chemistry with, and just walk the hell away. What's funny is that if they really like you, this action will increase the respect they have for you, will value you more, will not take you for granted, and you'll notice that people just fundamentally treat you different. And above all, it'll give you control, especially when the situation has been manipulative or controlling. Walking away will show them that you have the power that they thought you didn't have. Will show them that they underestimated you. Will show them that they cannot predict you. Right? Because, you know, at the end of the day, what matters with people is how you end things. You know, if you end things threatening to leave all the time, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, the way you behave affects you a lot more than people imagine, because you got to look at yourself in the mirror. If you're someone that's always making threats and never do nothing, if you're somebody that doesn't that talks before you move, that's problematic. I would prefer you're someone to be act and then talk later. That shows, like, honestly, you're like a freaking ninja right there. You act and then talk. You leave and then you tell them what you did. Well, most people do that is that they just declare like it's an enunciation. What are you gonna do? And when you do that, the truth is that people look down on you. People see that as weak, and they'll laugh at you behind your back. You know, some situations are not salvable. Some people will never like you. Some people will never accept you as your friends. Some people will never marry you. Some people will never be with you. And not understanding that early on will cause you to just make a ruckus out of situations that you shouldn't, and in that process change for the worse, become more needy, develop needy creepazoid habits that will potentially push other people away in the future. Especially when you're dealing with narcissists and people who are really good at pissing you off, people who are really good at making you feel insecure, people who are really good at getting your attention. The last thing they want you to do is just walk away like that in silence, honestly. They thrive off of your energy. They thrive off of your reaction, and they know how to get a reaction out of you. They know how to do that. And so the way to counteract that is just to moonwalk your ass back silently. Because if they can't get you, if they can't get you rear, if they can't be around you, because some people's power base is in your presence. You know, some people know how to poke at you. Some people know how to oppress you. You know, and those people are really good at that. It's like their talent. I'm not even gonna lie, you know, and you defang them, you remove their claws by not letting them touch you, by being ungraspable. Because if you don't, the person who you're trying to fix a situation with will change you, and they won't change. All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing, where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.